up, shouties?
Alright, y'all, episode 4
It's going down.
about to go down.
You got the music cued. The peeps said they missed the music. Because you put it in after the fact.
What you mean?
They didn't get to hear it on the YouTube version. Because you put it in the edited version. Like we just kept talking. I feel like you should have the music ready so they can get hype with us, right?
Alright, well, here's what I'll do for you. I'll play you the music.
Well, you can't just copy and paste it. Like what?
That's what I'm talking about right
Baby
here,
making this so difficult, Joe.
Says the one that ain't doing it.
Ooh.
Podcast was her idea, but guess what? Hubby takes care of it
But
because he loves her.
no, because he don't want to show me what to do.
You went through the same course.
I don't know how to edit it on GarageBand. You could show me how to edit it. I did edit the last vlog, the last
She did
video
a good
that
job.
you
She did a
guys
great
watched.
job.
I mean, I know how to edit video, but
She's so cute. I love her.
it is hot as balls.
Who did it and why?
Jeez Louise.
Who did it and why?
Yeah, I do have the biggest sweater on known to man. It is humongo jumbo. Whew.
You good?
I'm hot.
Alright, you ready, shouty?
Yeah.
Y'all ready, shouties? Let's do it. I just love the clap. If I don't do anything else on the podcast, I just want to clap.
Well, as long as you love it. If you like it, I love it.
Love it.
Whatever. Cue the music, shouting.
Alright. It's not the perfect place, y'all, but it's gonna work.
I'm like, that ain't right. You just couldn't cue it up the right way then. Like, why is it so hard to cue it up right?
It works.
I can't deal. I guess we'll edit that correctly. When you listen to it, it'll be right.
It'll be right. Yeah, exactly. You ready?
Yes. What up?
What it do, y'all?
Welcome
Welcome
to the Let's
Now
Make
she said
Out.
welcome. Welcome.
Are you done?
Yes.
Welcome to the Let's Make Out.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I love you.
How about you say it?
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Let's Make Out podcast. We are back, episode 4. My wife is hot and even a week more pregnant.
Oh, I was wondering where you were going with that. But yes, welcome to the Let's Make Out podcast, you guys, where we make out all things love, life, and laughter.
That's right.
I'm your co-host, Gabrielle, also known as Gabe.
And I am Chad, aka Babe. And yeah, it was her idea.
What was my idea?
To be Babe.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys know that already.
Yeah,
well,
you do.
I don't know. You might not know that, but
if you
FYI, now you know.
Now you know.
Can I just say that it is really hot in here? It is so hot.
Are y'all warm as
in
you
this
listening
house.
right now?
Woo.
Can look?
You ever just sit at home and the air, and the heat is just like, why is it so hot right
like
now?
she's for real.
I am for real. Like, as soon as we press record, I gotta have
She's having a breakdown right now.
Sorry.
So if y'all want to feel what we feeling, then go ahead. If you in your car right now, turn your heater up, crank it up, and just leave it on. And if you in the house, bump it up to 80, crank it up.
Did you say bump up to 80?
Crank it up.
Oh, bump it up to 80.
Up to 80.
Okay. I got it though. I heard it. See?
That was
Baby's
good.
always talking about me because he will say one thing and I
she-
swear I will hear.
But she'll make up, instead of saying, what'd you say, sweetheart? She'll make up a whole...
Well, I just run back what I thought I heard.
So I'll say, let me give you an example. So I'll say, I really want a dog. And she'll be instantly like, you just slayed a hog. But it would be something that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why would I slay a hog?
Like, for real though.
But
It is legit. Like, where did you pull this out of?
Seriously, like,
Why would I ever say that?
why would I? It is. It's but every time, y'all. She's like, she won't just say, what'd you say, sweetheart?
No, I just think it's funny.
She cracks me up. I love it.
Anyway, so welcome you guys. If you'd like to keep up with us, we would love for you to follow us on all of our social media platforms.
That's right.
Let's Make Out Pod on Twitter. Let's Make Out Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And if you just go to YouTube and type in Let's Make Out Podcast, you can watch the show. So
that's right.
Definitely keep up with us. Talk to us. Use the hashtag Ask Gabe and Babe if you have any questions that you want us to address on air. And or if you just want to talk about anything, or the hashtag Let's Make Out Podcast.
That's right.
So today,
what we do this weekend?
Well, we just came back from our baby moon weekend,
right.
And I don't know how I feel about calling it a baby moon. I guess it was a baby moon because it was a weekend without Chad Jr.
Yes. Well, it was just a baby moon.
It was, time for us to have
trip, right?
Our last little trip
before
baby
girl comes.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole purpose of the trip was because my best friend got married. Hey,
right.
Shout out to Kurt. Congrats.
That's right.
So we went to the wedding to support him. And basically the entire weekend was full of wedding events.
Because it was a wedding to where a lot of people came from out of town.
Yeah, most guests were from out of town.
Exactly. So they wanted to do like a lot of events to make sure that they spend enough time with everybody, especially since people, spent their money to come. So I get that.
Yeah.
And so we had fun, but I was sick the entire time. So that wasn't cool. But I mean, I wasn't a party pooper though.
No, you actually did really good. I was very proud of you because you tend to be
when I get sick.
Yeah. It's a situation. Well,
I tend to be really manly. Is that what you're saying? I tend to be really manly.
No, you tend to be a big baby when you're sick. But you did really good this weekend. I'm proud of you. You even drank some apple cider vinegar. Ugh. Yeah, I was I was giving this man hot toddies, apple cider vinegar, and he was just not cooperating.
Because all the above are nasty.
You have to say
why can't hot toddies?
Why can't
hottie toddies? Why can't hot toddies taste like
what?
Delicious hot chocolate?
Because it's not a hot chocolate, it's a hot toddy, shawty. It has liquor in it.
We need toddy that tastes like chocolate. That's what we need. Jeez.
Coming from the one that is not really a drinker, so I think it's just the taste of the whiskey. It was really strong. Exactly. I smelt it, and
she smelled it, and she was just like, okay, that does smell very strong.
It was really, really
now, granted,
strong.
she hasn't drunk anything, and what?
I mean, so anything is
many months now.
For me, yeah, it's been 9 months. Sheesh. So no, it's been more than that because
technically it's
I took a break while we was doing all the medication and stuff too. So it's been a long time.
Craziness.
So anyway, you're feeling better though.
I am feeling better. I am. I would say I'm probably 70% there.
Oh, I was gonna give you 85. You feel like 70%?
Yeah, 70 to 75%.
I'm gonna need you to use these 5 days before the holiday and get back to 100%.
I know, because Well, I think the traveling back home didn't help because I was feeling better. Yeah. But it got, I think just the travel makes it worse.
It's not fun.
But I could be worse, so I'm not complaining.
Okay. You sure? Just
girl. I'm about girl. Do not make us stop this podcast and make out.
Just joke.
Bless you.
So anyway, because we just came back from a wedding, we thought that this was an awesome time for us to talk about weddings on the podcast because we have had a couple of topic suggestions. People would like to know the details behind the scenes of our wedding and what we would have done differently. Like if we could go back, what we would do different. And then someone also asked for wedding planning advice. Yeah. So I don't really know how good advice we can give you. I mean, we can
tell you what we did, what happened, and
right.
Maybe you can learn some stuff from that, or take whatever.
Maybe. So okay, let's just jump right into it. We've been married 6 years, you guys. So we got married in August.
It's been 6 years
of 2011.
Almost 5 months.
What?
Almost 5 months. 6.
Oh, 6 years and almost 5 months. I was like, sweetie, what? 5 months?
That's right.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Our wedding was a long time ago. I feel like it was so long ago.
And our wedding planner was actually at the wedding because she's a really good friend of Curtis's
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah, we actually met her. I met her through my best friend Curtis, so she was there because her husband was in the wedding. So it was great to see her. We haven't seen her
and it was just
since
so weird.
we got married.
I know, it's so weird that was 6.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost like, wow.
It's so crazy. Yeah, so overall, if you had to rate our whole like wedding experience on a scale of 1 to 10, I guess 10 being like best ever, perfect situation, what number would you give it?
I mean, on my side, I think, I don't know. I feel like it was. I mean, I got to marry you, Shawty.
Hey,
I mean, so
10.
that was a 10.
A 10.
I mean, that's a perfect 10. She's a 10. He's a 10. Okay.
Oh, they're gonna let off be snapping.
Whatever. That was her snapping. That was her snapping. That was Oscar snapping.
No, it wasn't.
Oscar. That wasn't even close. But no. I would say. I mean, obviously because I got to marry Gabrielle, it was a 10.
Thanks, sweetie.
But like, if I had to think of just like overall, because of some of the stuff that happened on her side,
yeah,
and then with stuff with my dad on the day, kind of annoyed me a bit. So I would say like a 9.5.
Oh, that's still really high.
But I mean it's a 10 because I married you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean I get that. Like
so it's
it was
hard
a 10 because it was our
But
wedding.
outside of just getting married,
but
just situation
everything around it, I would say I would probably give it like a 7.
What?
I mean, just
Rewind.
outside of us getting married, just all of the outside factors, I would probably give it a 7 just because there were tons of things that went wrong. And that's my number one advice to anybody that's planning a wedding. Just be prepared for stuff to go wrong, okay? Because it ain't gonna be perfect.
Yeah,
it's just not gonna be perfect. Something is gonna happen. And I don't want to it doesn't even have to be anything major.
Exactly. But with that though, it's still perfect though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was still our perfect day.
And I'm talking about just in general. You were saying that it doesn't always go according to plan. That it can, but remember, as you're going through the process, and you might feel like, oh my God, it's falling apart. It's still perfect. Like, you still are gonna be marrying the woman or the man of your dreams.
Right.
Like, so
and that's really all that matters.
So focus on the big stuff, even though I know the small stuff will stress you out because it did us as well. But just a tip there.
Yeah, that definitely a tip. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the marriage is 100 times more important than the wedding.
Absolutely.
100%, hands down, it's what's more important.
That's right.
So,
can we do hands up?
Up, down,
hands up,
around, side to side. So, let's see. So, what, I'm trying to think. Maybe we should give you like just kind of an idea of what we mean of some things that didn't happen the way that they were supposed to. So we got married outside in August in Indianapolis, and Midwest weather is unpredictable. August is probably the hottest month. I'm not really sure why I went with August. It is the hottest month.
Well, because
that's the only date that they had available. I wanted to get married on 9/10/11, September 10th, 2011, because it was a Saturday that year. But what I didn't realize was that everybody and their mama wanted to get married on that day, and we had kind of a late start in planning our wedding. Like, we didn't get engaged until January of that year. By that time, there was like no place available with 9, 10, 11.
Because people usually book, couple years or a year ahead. Sometimes.
So we were stuck with August 20th, and it was like the hottest month in Indy, like of summer. It's the hottest month. And then it started to rain. It sprinkled. We got married outside, and it started to sprinkle. Now, I will say this, that I never knew. I did not know until after the fact. Like, nobody said anything to me. I wasn't like looking out the window. I was too busy getting ready. Like, so that was great. I had great people around me to keep all of that stuff to themselves and not stress me out because I had no clue. But it started sprinkling. So that kind of delayed the start of our wedding a little bit. And then...
But then it stopped. God is good.
It stopped, and it was... beautiful.
He was just happy. He was so happy. He had tears.
He just had to cry for us one good time.
He had tears of joy for us. Thank you. you, Jesus.
So yeah, so that was one thing that happened. What was happening with your dad?
So my dad. So at this point in time, my dad was, in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
But he could still walk. He just was very reliant on the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't want to make the trek down the ramp and then come down and actually sit in the seats. So there was a top balcony where we came out and walked down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. He stayed up there, didn't he?
He stayed up there.
I completely forgot about
yeah,
that.
so when I found out about that, I was in the grooms area. I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, really?
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Like, honestly? Like, for real? Like, yo.
Like you can't make it down here, shawty.
So, I mean, I can't remember who calmed me down. So I was just like, calm down. But just on your wedding day,
Right, you want it to be perfect.
Want it to be
I want my
perfect.
parents to be sitting there in the front row.
So yeah, nerves obviously are a factor as well, because but at the same time, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. But in the moment, you're gonna make things a lot of times bigger deal than they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
let's see. Speaking of
else?
dads, my father didn't show up. This is actually the first time I've really talked about this.
I don't think she's ever talked.
I don't think I've ever talked about this. Like, I kind of don't even talk about it on, like YouTube or anything. But he didn't show up, and I'm not gonna say why. That's not really my story to tell.
No.
Just
nothing to do with us.
Nothing to do with us, but
yeah,
his stuff.
Yeah.
But he did not show up, so we waited until. I think until we could, like the absolute last moment, maybe he was going to show up and he didn't. So I kind of already knew that was a possibility. I mean, I know my father, I knew what he was going through. So I had a backup, and my stepfather was there as the backup. He already had the tux, everything. Like, I made sure that we prepared for that just in case my dad didn't make it. And, yeah, he didn't. So my stepfather, he stepped right in, and he was there, and he walked me down the aisle, and it was amazing. Like, it was great that I prepared, because I could have been like, oh no, he'll be there, and could have been left with my mama walking me down the aisle or something, which wouldn't have been bad. I love my mama.
No, I would have came. Daddy would have came and walked you down the aisle.
No, you would not have walked me down the aisle, sweetheart.
And then real quick, handed you off.
I would not have been.
I would have done both parts. Handed you off to me, and then said thank you to me, and
No. So I was just prepared that I was just happy that I was prepared and I had a backup. So that was a big deal, because
she held it together, y'all.
You have to process.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting ready to walk down the aisle. I'm getting ready to marry the love of my life, and I'm not getting ready to walk down this aisle with my dad. Like, that was a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But you still have to get married. So you still have to put your game face on and push through it. And that's exactly what I did. And it was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, once I got in the moment, once I got to the top of the stairs and saw everybody there and saw Babe, like, it was perfect. Like, I wasn't thinking about that. But then, fast forward to when we needed to use the PA system, the microphone system.
The rain
messed it all the way up.
So
I had prepared a surprise for Chad. I sang a song, I had it recorded, and it was going to play while we did the sand ceremony. And they couldn't get to play. Like, the speakers.
I had no clue though.
Yeah, he had no clue that was coming, but it was just like,
I didn't know anything was wrong.
Yeah, he didn't know anything was wrong. We had musicians there. I had a really good friend of mine playing the saxophone. He played the saxophone when I came down the aisle, and then there was someone playing the keys. So he just got on there and played something while we did the sand ceremony. Babe had absolutely no clue, but I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, are you kidding? I was so upset because I put all this time into recording this song, and that was my gift to him.
It was beautiful.
And so that was a situation, but thankfully we had a keys player, and he went in and made it
once
work.
Again, she held it together because I
held
had
it together.
No clue.
Yeah, Babe had absolutely no clue. So then, let's see. We got married. Yay. Walked back
to the stairs.
As
soon as she hit that stairs. First step.
And I broke down.
Oh my God.
I literally, like, I had held it together for as long as I could. I legit broke down. Like, what was going through your mind?
I'm like,
you're probably like, it's not that bad, sweetie.
I'm like, dang girl, I look good right now, don't you think? Shawty, I'm a 10. He was a 10. No, I was just like, I mean, my first instinct was just like, what's wrong? You know, let's I just tried to, just held her hand. We walked up the stairs, and then just tried to keep her, shielded so nobody see that she was crying or anything.
Right. The wedding party, they were kind of around. They got to see.
Yeah, but I mean, I was just, I never thought that she was like, oh my God, what'd I do?
Yeah, and I think I kept like assuring you that it wasn't you. I'm like, it's not you. It's my dad.
And then she said like, it's my dad. Like she said one little thing. I think so. Like,
yeah.
So then once I figured out what everything was, then I mean, I completely understood.
Yeah. I mean, but it was a for real situation.
It was. I mean, let me tell you little something that on my side that I forgot about was the fact that. Since it was an outdoor wedding, I didn't have to wear a jacket technically, according to your rules. and so I was wearing a jacket. I was overdressed, and I don't appreciate that.
First of all, when you're the groom, you are required to always have a tux jacket on. Okay.
Oh, like the rules change so much, y'all. I'm just messing with her because she knows.
Yeah, he's such a hot mess. But yeah, it was a situation. So it took me a minute to get it together, you guys.
It did. She calmed down.
I calmed down eventually, but I had to have my moment to cry. Like I didn't have a chance to process that my dad's not here, the music isn't freaking working. Like what else is going to go wrong?
Man,
so
she was.
Yeah, it was.
She was distraught, and I could tell she was just. It was just she was upset and disappointed. It was like more of like a disappointment.
Yeah.
Slash, upset because you're so disappointed.
Absolutely.
So once we just, this is my first chance of really being able to console her. To having to be on our wedding day.
Right.
Lucky me. Yeah. So silver one, yay! But I got a chance to console her and and I think really be there for her, and let her know that it's okay, that it doesn't matter about any of that stuff,
right.
That it
doesn't.
That we're married. We get to every day is a fresh start. And we live every day that way too. So I mean, it's just. But I think that was cool for us as well because we were launching into something really big for us.
Yeah, and I think and also sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but also another feeling I think that was part of that was that everything was about to change.
Yeah.
I had quit my job. I moved out of my apartment.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to go to honeymoon, and then
we had just seen our last
Tennessee.
Lil Wayne concert, in Indiana.
Yeah. Sorry. We had just what?
Seen our last Lil Wayne concert in Indiana.
We did see Lil Wayne. That was like a gift for him. But I think it was all that too because I was like, I'm getting ready to move away to this small town. The worst.
Yes.
Like it was just a combination of things. I think it just all hit me at that moment. So I needed to process.
It was a lot of change for Gabriel more than me because I mean I knew Savannah. I knew I had a job there. I knew people there. Gabriel did not know. I mean anybody. So it was just a lot of it. And then so she already had those emotions anyways. But then when Dad,
everything on top,
PA system, all that stuff came in, it just was a time for her to
okay, I need a moment to cry.
Yeah. So she got through it though.
I did. I pushed through it. Got my makeup right. We took our pictures, and we had a fantastic reception. Our reception was so much fun.
Oh my goodness!
Like we danced, we laughed, and they even played the song while we were eating. Yeah. I think like while we were eating right before the toast, and they just played the song.
I was just listening. I was like,
that was the most embarrassing thing ever because you're like sitting there, and we had a sweetheart table, so it was just us sitting at the table, and like everybody was like looking at us, and I'm like, this is so embarrassing. It wasn't supposed to happen this way, but Babe enjoyed the song, and that's all that mattered.
I loved it. She did so amazing.
Yeah, it was good. Everything was great.
Little does she know that on our probably our 10-year anniversary, I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna record a song and sing it for her.
I cannot.
Let me give you a
wait
little
to
snippet
hear
right
it.
now, girl.
Oh, okay. Next.
Thank you for these 10 years, girl. Remember that wedding where you broke down? Guess what? It's 10 years later, and you still down. But in a good,
still down?
Well, down like we down, like you down. But in a good way. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That's enough. That's
Great.
just a little snippet. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, okay.
Right.
I feel like we just did a whole lot of talking, but we ain't really talking about that.
Yeah. Well, we told you about our wedding. So here's the question.
Yeah.
So here's the question, so we don't forget.
What would you have done differently if you could go back, basically?
Yes. Go ahead, sweetie.
Well, I'm trying to kind of formulate my thoughts.
Okay, all right. Well, here's what I would have done differently.
Okay.
Step one. Try to be more involved, just because. But it was tough for me because I was in Tennessee. I hated putting all of it on Gabrielle because I felt like, she had a lot. That she was working still, and she was trying to do that. So I felt like, but I couldn't really help with nothing. So I wish if we would have had more time, which we didn't really. So I mean, it was kind of like one of the, we could have waited. I mean, we could have waited longer, but we didn't want to. We didn't want to. We knew we wanted to be together, and we, so I mean, she couldn't resist this. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think that if I could have been more involved, I would have loved to, just to be able to take some of that pressure off of her. Yeah. But luckily, she had really supportive friends that helped her. And her mom was really supportive, and
absolutely. I wasn't alone.
Yeah,
I had
exactly.
people that were able to go through it with me and help me and go see places with me and go look at dresses with me, so it wasn't like I was doing it all by myself.
Yeah.
So that's number one for you. You wish you would have helped more.
Wish I'd been able to help more. Yeah. I mean, I don't have too many. I know I know what your first one is.
What is my first one about?
Is it about the moolah? Is it about the moolah?
Yes. The first thing I would have done differently, first of all, is stuck to the budget, because I didn't. And it would have been a significantly lower budget.
I mean,
significantly lower budget. I honestly don't even think that. If I could go back, I'm not even sure that I would have a wedding like that. Like, I feel like if I could do it differently, I would have had a more intimate ceremony, and we would have balled out on that honeymoon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess
I feel like we spent way too much money on the wedding.
A lot of people we invited, and about what do you think? Like, we invited like 200 or so, and I think like 160-ish.
Well, I think we probably it wasn't like 40 people that didn't show up. It was probably only like 20 people that didn't show up. Maybe like 15 to 20, if that. So I think we ended up with like 130 or something. I really don't remember, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
so
I think we planned for 150.
And that's because we let her mom do the guest list. And look, I love her mom, but let me tell you something about her mom. When she's doing a guest list, she's like, well, do you think your 14th cousin will want to come? Your 14th cousin's on your daddy's uncle's brother's side?
Oh, wait, well, we went to their wedding, and here's another tip. It is your wedding.
So you do the guest list.
You do the guest list.
Or you got a bunch of people you don't know.
Especially if you're paying for it.
Yes.
Now, if you have parents that are paying for it or helping out, they get to throw some folk on the list.
Yes.
But if they ain't paying for it, they don't get no say, man. Because some of these people, if you got to explain to me how this person is my cousin, or when the last time I saw them, you don't need to be in my wedding.
Yeah, like, we love you still, but we don't know you.
But from afar.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be there. Yeah. So that is a huge tip, man. Make sure you go comb over that guest list. And only have people there that mean something to you.
That you really have a connection with.
Something to you. Because there were so many people there.
We just didn't know who they were.
That I ain't seen in years.
I'm like, who's that sweetheart? She's like, I don't know. Ask my mom.
I can't remember. I can't remember her name. So, yeah, that's definitely, a tip. And, man, if I could have just stayed on budget. Like, first of all, if Babe could have just let me know when I got off budget. He never let me know that I was off budget.
No.
And I'm mad about that because
she ain't mad.
I am mad about that because I would have dialed it back. Like, what did you think I was going to be upset? Like, what was going through your head? Like, why didn't you say, hey, babe, we need to trim some
first of all, you're
out.
Gabe. I don't call you babe. Okay? First of all, no, it's like,
you don't call me Gabe either.
I don't either.
What do you call me?
I call you babe. Hey, babe. No, I don't.
No.
Hey, sweetheart. Sweetheart.
Sweetheart. That's what you call me.
Or Gabriel.
I call you Gabriel. It's weird when you call me Gabriel.
I call her Gabriel. Yeah, so I think the reason I never said anything was because, for one, I mean, she deserved the wedding that she wanted and more. So my goal in life at the time was to make sure I could give her, every time she asked for something or saying we needed something or whatever, my goal was just be like, cool, here you go. I mean, I just, why tell you no on, one of the most special days of your life if I don't have to?
If you don't have the money, it needs to be a no, okay?
Hey, it got paid.
Hey, it got paid after the fact. So here's the thing. We had a budget. We set this budget. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember
what it was, though.
I think our budget was like 18 to 20.
With the honeymoon?
I think so. I think that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It ended up being more than that, but I think exactly. But we had a conversation about this up front, and I asked him what a good budget for us would be. But he threw out these numbers. So it's not like I came to him and was like, I need a $20,000 wedding. Babe gave me this budget, but what he failed to mention was that was all the money he had. That was like his entire savings at the time. Why?
But see,
why would you give me a budget of our entire savings?
Well, yeah. Well, and another thing too, I thought that I was going to have more money because I was actually paying for my parents a lot of their bills at the time because they were just struggling. So I was paying a lot of their bills, so including like where they was living and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to have stopped.
Oh, that's right.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
So and I don't regret helping my parents out. I love them and. I mean, heck, I could do it, and it was worth it, and, it helped them. But at the same time, I wasn't going to sacrifice what Gabrielle wanted just because I was still paying that. So I told her to keep it pushing, and she never knew.
I found out.
She found out.
I appreciate you, sweetie, doing everything you could to give me the wedding of my dreams. I really do appreciate that.
I know you did.
I do.
I know you did.
But if I could go back, I would have just done it completely different because we were married and broke. Like, no money to spend on our honeymoon. We were like, well, let's just open our wedding gifts before we leave. And by the grace of God, we had gotten enough cash to spend on our honeymoon because we didn't have anything. Like, we were going to be on our honeymoon when I got paid. So
we knew somebody were going to
that we knew it was going to come, but that wasn't until probably our 5th day there or something like that. So, and then it was an issue there. Like, I didn't even get paid the right way. I had to call. We was on our honeymoon. Remember that? I had to call I didn't get my check.
We were in the little computer
lab. We were trying to get it together. That is so funny when I think about now, but we was man, and we didn't really do a lot of activities on everything was inclusive. We went to Jamaica, so everything was paid for. So our meals and alcohol and all of that stuff, but we didn't really do a whole lot of parasailing.
And I don't think that was because of lack of money, because we had the money. But we just didn't.
I think that a lot of it was lack of money too. Though.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
You just thought we was just being boring on our honeymoon?
We wasn't boring, no. We were just hanging out eating grilled cheese with tomatoes. Yep.
We was relaxing.
We went out into the city.
But
went to the hair supply store in the city.
We did. We went to the beauty supply store.
She's like, I need to go to the beauty supply store. I'm like, really?
I mean, who don't want to see a beauty supply store in Jamaica? I want to see a beauty supply store wherever I go. It looked the exact same. But you just never know.
But it was just smaller aisles.
You just never know. It was really smaller aisles. So yes, what I would have done differently is spent way less money. Is that right? Way less money? Probably not. But
it works.
It works. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I probably would have slashed our budget in half.
Yeah.
And maybe put more money towards a honeymoon. Like, we could have stayed longer, or we could have went overseas for our honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so many things.
But then just also put like a little bit of in savings so that when we got to Savannah, we were just had a cushion to, because I knew she might want to change things, and it was her home now, so you know she needed to.
And I wasn't working; I had quit my job, so I didn't have a job when we first got to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have been the biggest thing that I would have done.
Your job was my hot, beautiful wife.
Yeah.
That was your job at the moment.
Thanks. It was. And I wouldn't do it nothing.
And you got perfect reviews.
But you know what? I think about that sometimes. Like, what was I doing? Like, before I had Chad Jr. But you know what I was doing? I was building a brand.
She was.
I was building Gabe TV.
She honestly. Was. Like, look, the reason that y'all have the podcast, Gabe TV, the Gabe Fix, all
started in
GabeTV.com, whatever, is because of Gabrielle's perseverance through
absolutely
just figuring out
YouTube.
You know, that was back in 2011. You know, she made some videos, but it just you really are. So I want to tell you, I appreciate.
Thanks.
Your hard work.
Thank you.
Yes.
So no, we flipped. You was the breadwinner when we got into this.
And then she became the breadwinner.
Yeah, now it's ours. Together,
now it's ours. So it just.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Cool though. So yeah, those are, I guess, our two biggest regrets or things that we would have done differently.
And I don't like the word regret though.
Yeah, I don't like the word regret.
Yeah, we don't use regret, and because I'm telling why.
No, yeah, go for it.
We don't use the word regret because why regret something when you can't change it? Yeah. How about just learn from it, do better, and and then you can look back on it as a lesson learned. Like, just regret, I just feel like is a word that you're spending your time regretting. It makes me feel like you're being sad about it. Like, oh, I wish I would have done this different. Instead of just saying, well, I wish I would have done this differently. What could I have done? Let me fix it. Okay, I'll never do that again. And then, keep it pushing.
Right. Because most times there are lessons attached to things that we so-called regret, in quotations. But it's like, do you regret the lesson that you learned from that? No.
No, not at all.
Maybe you would have wished it went another way, or you would have learned this lesson another way, but sometimes you just got to go through it.
And it is what it is.
To learn the lesson. So, Siege is over here FaceTiming.
Oh, we're trying to FaceTime us, but...
Okay, babe.
Okay, we'll call you
We're
Siege.
almost done, okay?
We're almost done.
Yeah, so, so those are the things we would have done differently. You know what? And I would also say, I don't know, looking back, have people in your wedding that mean something to you as well. Because if I could go back, probably a couple folks that I wouldn't have had standing up there with me, honestly. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, because, one, like, maybe it's only one person that I'm really thinking of, but just have people there that really mean something to you and are there for you, and don't feel obligated to put people in your wedding because you've known them for years, or because you might feel pressure about putting them, or because they your cousin, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, have people there that really mean something.
Yeah, never feel obligated to put someone in your wedding because they want to be there.
Yes.
Because it's not their choice. You know what I'm saying? So I completely agree with that. Like, my crew was good on my side, but at the same time, like, there was, there was a couple. I'm glad that they were in it now, but at the time, they were just because I needed to match numbers with Gabrielle. You know what I mean? So, but I'm thankful they were, because, I built a stronger relationship with them from that.
That's
true. So I don't regret having, on my side, but I can see how on your side there, you're just like, man. Yeah.
I could, take them or leave them. No offense to them, But,
absolutely not.
So, let's see. Do we have any advice on wedding planning? We've been kind of trying to give advice
along the way.
Oh, another tip that I have is to at least get a planner for the end of it. So if you want to plan your wedding and you want to do things yourself, you don't really want to pay for somebody to do the grunt work for you, at least having someone
to run the show is a necessity. Like, our wedding planner stepped in, I'd say, the week before the wedding and got everybody on point. Like, she's sending all the emails with all the information for the rehearsal stuff, with the rehearsal dinner, when you need to be there, where you need to be, so that you don't have a bunch of folks
contacting you, trying to get
you know that's how it's gonna work.
Because you know that's how it is. Like,
they'll contact you like 2 minutes before you start to get married.
Right. Like,
so
hey,
where do I sit? Do I sit on the left or?
I'm sorry, this is my wedding day.
Exactly.
So if you want a planner, but you don't want one for the entire time you're planning your wedding, just invest for one at the end.
Absolutely.
Like, because that's when it comes in handy. And she filtered everything.
She did a great job.
Things that were going on, I had no clue about because she filtered it. Like, it didn't even come to me. So
that's right.
She was a lifesaver, man. I tell anybody, you need a wedding planner at least the week before you get married on through the end. Because, it's crazy. Definitely need a wedding planner. Definitely stick to your budget. Be honest with your fiance about what you can do.
Yeah.
Just be honest about the budget. Like,
stick to your budget. So basically
stick to it.
Create a budget, stick to the budget no matter what.
Yes.
Because and then leave and do it the way that Gabrielle said. You're gonna spend the bulk, obviously probably on a wedding because weddings are just more expensive. But like make sure that so I say wedding, honeymoon, and then savings, and just to have those are your 3 buckets I believe you should have, just from our experience.
Don't spend up all your money planning this wedding. Like,
absolutely,
it's just not.
You gotta eat when you get back.
And when I tell you that you're not going to remember most of this day, you're not going to remember most of this day. Like, thank God we had someone come and video. I would go back and watch the wedding, or else I would not remember any of it, honestly.
Life doesn't stop. Like, while you're in the moment, you're just so busy, especially as a bride.
It goes by so quick.
Everybody wants to take a picture or be next to the bride. Like, the groom, they don't care much about it. Like, whatever.
I mean, but they still.
Dude in a suit. They could have had his jacket off. Why is he wearing a jacket? No, but yeah, I mean, the bride, man, you're
going from one place to another. Yeah. People are pulling at you every which way. So
plus you were. Ooh, girl.
Oh, thank you. Now I'm glad we broke the budget on that dress. Now, honey,
girl,
that dress, man,
I
love that dress. I just want to put it on and just wear it.
I'm not even gonna talk about that night.
No, we're not gonna talk about that. We are not talking about that at all.
Let's make out, girl.
But so stick to the budget. Hire a planner at least for the end. Be prepared that things will go wrong, but that's okay.
It is.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Enjoy the day because, like we said, it goes by so quick. So, actually, just enjoy
it.
Being the center of attention for a whole day. Like, it is your day to just relish in that, and just be happy that you're getting ready to marry the love of your life.
Absolutely.
Like, think about what's getting ready to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the wedding, it comes and goes, but after that, you got this whole marriage that you have
to continue to build on, build the foundation of. So
absolutely,
just if you invested the money into that, enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy the money you just spent.
Yeah,
I mean, because that money doesn't come back, obviously, but the time doesn't come back, and then it goes back to the same thing I said before in one of the other podcasts. Is just don't sweat the small stuff. Just enjoy the moment, live each day. Like if you don't, then you're going to look back and say, you can look back and say, I ruined my own dang wedding day because I was
stressed out,
had a booty tube the whole time,
upset,
for no reason. Now Gabrielle, I'm impressed because
I pushed through.
She pushed through, and then she had a little breakdown, and then she was back to being happy and smiley.
And I had a blast.
Exactly, but if she would have let that consume her, that could have ruined her entire reception.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And she wouldn't have enjoyed any of it, but she didn't. She pushed through because, it's a big day. You're supposed to enjoy it.
You're supposed to enjoy it. And, I think that's all the tips that I have, or the advice. I mean, there's so many things that you can Google about, actually planning a wedding. And, you know what I'm saying? I Pinterest a lot. I Googled a lot. I didn't know nothing about planning a wedding. I bought a bunch of books with checklists and things so I could know how to keep myself on track with what needed to be done, and that's all stuff that's doable. You don't have to pay somebody to tell you what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Okay? There's so much free information out there. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't feel like you have to spend money on somebody to keep you on task.
That's right.
There's so much out there that you can do on your own. That's all I got.
Man.
For the wedding. But, another thing. Have a honeymoon. Please go on a honeymoon.
Go on a honeymoon.
It is essential. Even if it's just for 2 to 3 days.
Exactly.
You need that with your
You do. I mean, you need
spouse.
to go and just really enjoy. Just really seal the deal.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Just really. In more ways than one. Exactly. Pun intended.
Yes.
Pun intended. I mean, so you need to go and seal the deal. You guys are officially married, and that is big. So go and celebrate that.
Absolutely.
The wedding is not. I mean, it's the reception is kind of like celebrating the wedding, but it's not. For me, the celebration is really. You know, that's really a lot of times I think for everyone else. You know, it's like for all your supporting cast, they're coming to support you. So it's kind of a show you put on for everybody.
Isn't that the craziest thing though, that everybody's coming to support you, but you got to pay for everything? Ain't that crazy? Like I talk about this all the time, like with my bestie. She's like, why can't people buy tickets to your wedding? We buy tickets to every other banquet. Why?
Because I guess it's not tradition.
That tradition will mess you up. Okay, so. Yeah, anyway, that's all we have. We do have an Ask Gabe and Babe question. Do you feel like we have enough time?
Yeah, we can spend a couple minutes on it.
Okay.
We're at like 45 minutes.
I know, we've been trying, y'all, not to go overboard.
So we'll spend a couple minutes on it. It's a very involved question. But it speaks of regret, so I think it'll fit.
Yeah. So this is from Sabina. Hey, girl, hey.
What up, yo?
Should I read this whole thing?
No, I don't think... So basically, go to the bottom question.
Okay.
That one right there.
Well, I feel like I have to set it up.
Well, you can set it up.
So, She starts off by saying, I'm a 25-year-old who solves serious issues at work, but cannot solve this one in relationships. 6 years ago, I met a special guy at school while on exchange in the U.S. And there was an undeniable first sight connection, but... we never spoke a word. So he tried to talk to me several times, but I was too scared to take the second step. And I don't know how, but I found his social media accounts. So fast forward, he transferred, and she would check his social media accounts for 2 years after he transferred. So then she decided to confess to him, I guess, her feelings. He never responded, and this is on social media. So fast forward, she saw that he was in a relationship, and then she went to her friend's wedding, and I guess it brought up all these emotions again. She checked back, and he was single. I'm hoping that I'm summing.
Hopefully,
this
we're not
right.
butchering this.
I know, right? Then in the midst of all of this, she met another guy that she couldn't even give the time of day because she was so worried about this guy that nothing ever happened with, that she was just holding on to this memory.
Yeah.
So her question is, how do I get over regret that I did not use the opportunity to love and be loved? All of that to say, how do I get over that regret of not saying something or not taking the leap with this guy that could have been her forever? I don't know.
You know, well, here's the thing. I believe that your forever, you know, is out there, you know, so and it'll happen how it's supposed to happen. But as of right now, when it comes to feeling regret, I mean, it goes back to what I said about feeling regret. Like, at the end of the day, if you feel that you've done everything you can to possibly make this work or possibly rekindle it or, you know, reconcile, whatever. I know you said you use the word reconciliation, but just to try to let this person know you have feelings and you would love to explore them. And then if you know that you've done all of that, then just forgive yourself for whatever you think you've done wrong. And you know, let it go. The biggest thing is just letting go of what you're blaming yourself for. You're blaming yourself for something in this situation where you feel like you've screwed up, or maybe there's just not a reason. Maybe you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
You know, maybe he didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it just wasn't, the time wasn't right. I mean, so stop blaming yourself stop thinking that something had to have went wrong or someone that had to be at fault.
Yeah.
Just forgive yourself, and you know, and then also just look at how you can maybe improve yourself, you know, so you don't feel so regretful over over situations, you know? Like
yeah, like this, it seems like you've been holding on to this for years. Like, this is a really, really long time, and shoulda, coulda, wouldas will get you in a whole heap of trouble because
you miss your blessings.
You miss your complete blessings. Your mind will go down this road and just this black hole thinking about what would have happened, what could have happened, what should have happened.
Yes.
But what happened? That's what you have to look at, is what happened. I can only deal with what is in front of me.
Absolutely.
And what I know. It could have been the best relationship of your life. It could have also been the worst relationship of your life. You never
know, but if you don't give it a chance.
You didn't give it a chance.
You cheat yourself.
But at this point, no, I'm talking about the guy that you keep thinking about. Yeah, like, but you'll never know. You'll never know. So it's like you are missing opportunities that could be right in front of you, and you don't, like Chad said, you don't want to miss your blessing. Like, I would just advise you to let go and move on.
Absolutely.
And the best way I can tell you to do that is to pray about it. Yes. Give it to God, and you have to take your hands off.
But maybe even go talk to someone if you need to.
Absolutely.
If you feel like you need to, like, for some reason there's something that you're harboring, that you're blaming, go and seek counsel. I mean, what it is, obviously pray first, like Gabriel said, or maybe go to your pastor, or go to a close confidant or friend that might be able to give you an outside perspective, or to an actual therapist. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's absolutely. I think it would be great to talk to somebody else, like a professional, about this, because they can help you see sides that you don't necessarily, things that you wouldn't necessarily think of. Like, they can see a whole unbiased perspective. And I think that you also need to let go of him on social media. You need to just stop. Like, I don't believe that you guys are friends. Like, it doesn't seem like...
It doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't sound like you guys have an actual friendly relationship where you talk or you catch up. Like,
it seems like that you're having feelings.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, and...
You gotta let that go.
And you're putting yourself through...
Misery.
Pain and misery.
Yeah, for what? Yeah, so right now... Go ahead and unfollow him on all the social media that you're following him on, because it's just not worth the pain or the agony or whatever feelings you have when you come across his page, or if you're lonely one night and you're scrolling seeing what he's doing. Why would you want to see a picture of him with someone else? He is living his best life, and you could be doing the same thing too.
And you deserve to be living your best life.
Absolutely. So I hope that this helps.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, we
did our best with what we did.
Exactly. So when you guys send in these questions, we do our best with what you give us. So.
Yeah, I know we know you can't give out everything, because that would be, stories obviously are longer than a little paragraph.
Yeah, but we really appreciate you guys sending in your issues or whatever it is you want. If you have anything that you want us to talk about, please email us with the hashtag #AskGabeandBabe as a subject, so we can talk about your situation or maybe help you out, let you know how we would handle it. And you guys, I think that's it for the show.
I think that is a wrap, yo.
That is a wrap.
Episode 4 in the books.
Yes. And somebody may have mentioned that we should put the episode in the title of the podcast, so maybe we'll do that. So
maybe we'll do that on the YouTube video. What do y'all think about that? So as y'all are,
I think I put it in the YouTube videos. I went back and put them in the YouTube videos, so we'll probably do that. So guys, we will. We'll be back.
We will.
Next week. Next Thursday.
And we're getting just another. Next week will be another week closer to baby girl, y'all.
Ain't that crazy?
Craziness.
I can't believe it.
But let's not get in a tangent and get running again with more words.
No, right?
We will. So
thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for hanging out. You know where to follow us. Make sure you like. Make sure you like the podcast. Rate us. Please leave a review. And let us know where you follow us from. Like, where you listen to us.
Yeah.
We'd love to know that. But yes, thank you so much. We're gonna talk to you next time.
Later.
Deuces. All right, y'all.
Woo!
That's our longest one so far.
I feel like every week they get longer and longer. We're about to dial it back next week.
Next week's going to be 26 minutes.
Okay?
26 minutes exactly.
The joints get longer and longer. But if you made it to the end, thank you.
We appreciate you. And hopefully, we gave you some bit of information that might help you with the situation.
He wants to come.
If not, you just learned a little bit more about some stuff that
happened in our wedding.
We've
never talked about.
Never talked about. So I think, hopefully you appreciate that as well.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
We
guys.
will.
Bye.
Deuces.
Deuces.